Hello everyone, it is Jay from the GamebustersUK and welcome back to the Let's Play of Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. I'm not sure whether I'm going to title this like the full name, Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the First King. First King? Journey of the Cursed King. It might be the first king that was cursed, I don't know. But we're back. Since the Dragon Quest series, they have the Final Fantasy thing where they use Roman numerals for their numbers as opposed to just literally the letter 8, the number 8. Yeah, sure, numbers and letters, same thing, sure. But like this is obviously like, so you got the V and then the 3 I's, so that's 8, and that's how they do it. So they're like Final Fantasy in that sort of sense. I don't think there's anything like Final Fantasy, but you know what I mean, just like the same type of Roman numerals. So we're back and we're about to enter the first dungeon, and honestly I would probably arguably level up a little bit more, but you just don't get that much experience, honestly. So we're gonna just try, just for like shiz and giggles. I know what the boss is capable of, so that's why I'm a little bit worried. But we got plenty of herbs here. However, what I want to do is I want to transfer some, because you can do that. I want to transfer, because the hero can heal, so at least he's got a little bit of MP to play with. Yeah, we learned the ability heal now, as we got for leveling up. We also learned Squelch, which heals a single ally of poison, and Evac, which is basically short for evacuation, so very clever I suppose on that. Allows you to exit instantly from dangerous caves and towers. I think this is, again, like a lot of these moves are like common in Dragon Quest. I think some moves might be unique, but I know like I've played other games and there's like similar moves there, so I'm sure there are some unique for Dragon Quest VIII, but a lot of them are probably like returning moves and stuff. So, and he's learned Whistle, which you get by allocating his acquired skill point. Now I do actually want to level up just to show you guys what skill point's all about, because unfortunately I thought there was a way to postpone skill points and add them later, but I might be thinking of a different Dragon Quest game. I could be thinking of like Dragon Quest IX or something, which is very similar in terms of how this plays, like in terms of like graphics. It's for the Nintendo DS. Lacks personality, unfortunately, I feel. Just trying to have a look. You can also heal all, actually, as well. That's a thing that happens, which basically normally just grabs whoever's got like heal, and just heals everyone essentially, if you've got enough MP for everyone. But I don't want that. What am I looking at? I can't. Can I not allocate it? Yep. Okay, quick edit there. I was interrupted. My dinner is ready, so I'm sure I'll get to that soon enough. So anyway, let's see. I swear something fell off my roof. I just caught like corner of my eye. I was in my room. I just saw someone. Oh god, I hope someone hadn't found it. They found the bodies. I mean, nothing. Something dropped. I don't know what it was. Probably a bird. Anyway, but what you can see here is our attributes. You can see there the hero's got his sword there, his armor, his shield, bandana, which is like your head accessory essentially. You can get helmets and stuff, and your accessories. Also tells you he's male and he's single, ladies. No, actually he's not. Well, he kind of is, but kinda not. But as you'll see through the story, he's kind of you know, story-wise, they kind of imply that he's, you know, getting close to someone. We'll say that. So, strength is 15, agility 11. At least at the moment, obviously it'll increase. Resilience is 8. His wisdom is 12. Attack 23. Attack and strength is a bit different. I know that can be a bit confusing because it's like attack and strength. It's like, okay, like what's the difference? Defense again, kind of like resilience. So it's like okay. Experience 321. Now at the bottom here is what I want to show you guys. It says swords, spears, boomerangs, fisticuffs, and courage. That's all of like the abilities that he can gain. So you can gain sword abilities, spear abilities, boomerang. Fisticuffs is just your normal. I think you can actually get like actual fisticuffs. but you can just go barefisted. And courage is like his specific personality, so he's a courageous because he's the hero. And they have specific abilities depending on their personality. Yanger's has axes, clubs, scythes, fisticuffs, and humanity, and of course, naturally, his strength is the highest and his attack is the highest. And his wisdom is, he's not the smartest bloke, I'll say that. But he does come up with some alright ideas. Alright, mate. I do actually have some information on Yanger's. Well, I will have, because I've actually forgotten the name, but this guy's actually a British actor. And I know he's in some films, but I can't remember the top of his name. What his name is? Top of his name. I can't remember the top of my head. I'm getting my words jumbled up today. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So I will try to search that up for you next time. Or you can let me know, but I'll be sure to check myself. And here's his humanity, which is a bit confusing. I kind of consider it as friendship. He puts himself on the line to help others. He tries to support everyone the best he can. And this is the only way to enable him to learn healing spells if you want him to. Not that I'd personally recommend it, because he doesn't get much MP. Like I said, he is the heavy hitter / tank. He has the most HP and I believe defense. And you know, because of that, he's not a spellcaster. He's not. he's a ruffian, a brawler, a fighter. You know, and here is kind of a mixed bag. He's just the hero. He has he's a warrior, but he also knows some spells and stuff. So, you know, he's a bit of a mixed bag. He's the overall mixed bag type of person. But yeah, humanity is like your friendship support type stuff. So you have support moves. There are some good moves you can get, but you're limited to how much skill points you get. So I feel like not really worth doing humanity too much. But I put in, I think it's 4. You put in 4 humanity, and that gets the spell, if you call it a spell, whistle, or the ability, but they call it spell, which costs 0, because literally what it is just for calling monsters. Literally, you'll just get an insta battle, which is great for grinding if you go to an area where you got to a good grinding spot and you don't want to run around like a lunatic. You can just whistle with your Angus, and then there you go. It only costs 4 points, so I'd recommend getting it personally. You don't have to get it, but I recommend just putting it in, and that might be the only thing I'm going to put in terms of like, yeah. I never really tend to max anything out anymore, because you can max it out to 100 and you get like a special ability, but normally there's so many different abilities that I like to get from like different weapons and stuff that we have, that I like to mix and mash and prioritize different things. I'll be going for axes mainly, and maybe some fisticuffs, because there is a pretty good move with him in fisticuffs, but it takes a lot of points. So I'll put some in axes, because that gives him the ability. Where are we going? Abilities I want. Helm Splitter. It's great. Basically, a skull-splitting smash that lowers an opponent's defense. It's amazing. It's amazing. It hits pretty hard, and there's a chance of lowering defense, and you can keep doing it until it eventually will tell you that you can't lower its defense anymore. So that's really cool. And I can't remember if this costs any MP. It doesn't actually say. I thought it would, but it doesn't. Okay. I want to say it doesn't, but I can't remember. Do you have any abilities? No, that's field spells. No, not yet, not yet. No. It takes a bit. It does take a bit to learn some skills. I'm trying to get his courage up to 8. So I need 1 more point, because he learns zoom, that ability I told you about, so we can just zoom to places. So I want to at least get that, and then I'll probably do like spears and swords and maybe some courage, because there's a move called Zap, which is like basically a lightning strike, and it hits all enemies, and it's pretty decent for him. But again, a lot of points, so yeah, I like to mix and match. But anyway, now you might have seen that my HP and MP not looking too good. I've been grinding. I want to rest, because there's something that I want to show you guys that does happen sometimes when you rest, but we might not see it, because while I was grinding, it kind of happened twice, and I'm like, Really? Like, I wasn't expecting it to be so early, but I remember that can happen sort of randomly. I don't think it's preset. I do think it's randomly. It feels like it anyway. So we're going to sleep and we're going to see if it happens. If it doesn't, well, I'll explain it anyway, so don't worry. Hey, I did do it. Again, 3 times in a row. Huh. What's going on there, Toad? Trode, I mean... I call him Toad because that kind of looks like a gremlin Toad. Maybe it's like Golem. Precious. Oh god. I just kind of tried to go into my Golem voice and my throat just messed up. I couldn't do it. I'm probably gonna need to drink a bit of water before I try to do my Golem voice. But yeah, it looks like Trode's working on something. Now I won't reveal it yet in case you don't know. But yes, he is working on something, and sometimes randomly when you rest, you hear him tinkering, and when you know it's almost done, I think, or at least because he upgrades it as well, and you'll also see him upgrade it, and it becomes a really useful item. Believe me, I love this item, and I believe this was introduced in Dragon Quest VIII, so thank God, because like, well, let's say I'm spoiled. I'm really spoiled. So I've got quite a bit of gold. I think I'm going to buy maybe 1 weapon. There is a weapon I believe that we can get, if I remember correctly, in the dungeon, so I don't want to spend any money for the hero. I just want to get the boomerang, because I don't think I can get the boomerang. I can't remember if Yangus gets a weapon, that's why I just want to quickly see if I can get something for him, which would be the mallet. I'm pretty certain we get the copper sword or something equivalent to it if it's not that in the dungeon. So yeah, I might regret this. We might get it at some point. Like we might actually find it in a treasure chest at some point. But for now, I'm gonna get it. I think it's okay. And I could get the boomerang, but I don't want to. Well, I mean, I could save up for it, but I'm not gonna bother. It's fine. You can sell your weapons. So that's good. Sometimes not the best thing because of what we can do later on, and we can make better weapons and stuff later on, so sometimes you can afford to. The thing I do like about this game is that if you try to sell certain things, if the game thinks it's a rare item, it will ask you again, this is pretty rare, you sure you want to get rid of it? I mean, they'll take it off your hands, but are you sure you want to get rid of it? I'm going to take 1 of these just in case. Yeah, sure. Because I don't have zoom yet, so they'll basically warn you and be like, sure you want to get rid of this? Basically saying there's probably a limited amount of this in this game. So, you know, just make sure, do you really want to get rid of it? Sometimes you can afford to, because there are items that you can get from monster drops, right? So if you really want to sell stuff, you could try your bet at monster dropping. Not obviously recommended, but we might get another leather shield, and we might get armor. So I kind of want to hold out. I suppose I could always quickly exit the dungeon if I really want to go back, and then I can edit out and stuff, I suppose. So alright, let's go. I think we're pretty much the best we can be at this level. Not like the best level, but we should be alright. Like I said, we've got healing, which is a big help, and we've got herbs just in case. And who knows, we might level up on the way. So let's go into the wonderful world of Dragon Quest. And can I just say, you will be hearing this overworld theme a lot, but I love it, man. It's so tranquil, man. It fits. Unfortunately, it gets interrupted every 2 seconds. You know what this reminds me of? Sonic Unleashed. Alright, I don't know if any of you guys play this, but Sonic Unleashed I like it. I think it's a great game. A lot of people just say the Werehog flat out ruins it. I don't think it completely ruins it. It is different and weird, and maybe they could have got Knuckles to do that type of thing, but whatever. And apparently Knuckles was meant to be in the game. But anyway, basically you'd have like the game music, which is really good, but you get interrupted every 2 seconds by the battle music because you'd always encounter a battle. So that kind of reminds me of this. I will say the encounter rate is pretty high in this game. I mean, it's an RPG, but I just mean specifically like this game. I feel like the encounter rates could be pretty high, especially in dungeons. It can get really bad in like higher ones and stuff. I know by like the end of the game there's like an extra dungeon, and that's crazy. I feel like there's literally hardly any time to breathe, and if you're not prepared, you get just blooming owned. So it's literally like, hey, you've beaten the game, here's the post game, and this is like the hard mode in a way. This is like the hard mode dungeon, so here you go. I hope you're ready, you know what I mean? You think you're hot stuff, you beat the final boss, wow, these guys are going to give you some trouble, and they're just normal enemies. Well, stronger versions, but you know what I mean, it's just like, ooh, alright. Actually, before do I want to do this now, or do I want to do this afterwards? There is, you know what, we'll do it afterwards. There is treasure chests that I do know of, and I can get 2 of them, I believe. There's one that I can't get. There might be another one. I'm not 100% sure. I did try looking about. There is one we can't get yet. It's locked, so I left it alone. You'll also find random monsters that you can actually visually see. Because obviously in this one, it's like your old encounter rate thing, where obviously you run around and then the screen like fades away or whatever, and then you see who you're encountering. But if you see a special monster just walking about or just standing still, those monsters are normally stronger than the average monster, and there's a reason for that. And there's actually one right outside February. If you're not careful, it can completely screw you over, especially coming out and you just like, oh hey, I'll go this way because I assume that's where I'm supposed to go. You see this monster and you're like, wait, what's this? And then you realize, oh shit, this monster is like super strong at this point. Level 1, you're dead. Like, you're completely owned. so yeah, no, there's nothing like a super amazing in those treasure chests, so we can wait. We can wait. It looks like we've found it. Naturally, I'd love to come in with you, but I couldn't possibly put Medea in danger. I'm sure you'll do a fine job of finding the crystal ball without us, Jay. We'll be waiting here. You be careful in there. Yes, King Trode. I would do a higher pitched voice, but it would hurt me, you know, more like, oh. Oh, that's now I'm getting into my my bloomin' what was it? Oh, Olivia. Who's that? Onimusha, Guildenstern. That's it. In case anyone has played Onimusha. So here we go. And I did like the fact that in this cave specifically, I think maybe some other cave-like dungeons we have like a torch, but we just have one. There's no explanation as to why. We just have one. So. Now you do get like a holy potion move that you can learn with the hero, or you can get like holy potion like items, like holy water essentially. But you know, it works as if, you know, if you're really strong, it's like Pokemon really, like you have to repel. If you're strong or strong for this area, then chances are in that area that if you use a holy potion, they won't bother you. But if the area thinks, nah, you're not that strong, then Holy Potion don't do anything, and so you can't stop encounters. So that's like really the only way. Now, oh, we've got some interesting, we've got Slime, we've got a Draki, which is essentially like your bat monster. We've got this devil-looking guy, Dancing Devil, which I think you can encounter at night outside as well, so I'm just going to prioritize on the Slime. These devils are funny, as you can probably tell from the dancing. They can make the characters dance. Although that goes the devil dance, so I think his dance might be the death dance. I'm not too sure. I know there are like versions of these dudes where it's literally called the death dance, and if you get caught into it, you insta die. Yeah, there are insta death moves in this game, so that's gonna be fun. You can also learn your own instant death moves actually. Oh, here we go. Oh no, it's the sultry dance. Never mind. Yeah, and then we just start boogieing down. Look at that. That's probably like the best type of dancing that I could ever do, because I just can't dance. I'm not big on dancing, and I'm very stiff. So yeah, that's probably me, just like, you know, clicking left and right. That's like the best type of dancing I could do, most likely. Or maybe some like terrible break dancing, I suppose. Now you do get a dungeon map in every, well, dungeon / cave. It's like Zelda, basically. You have to go around and you have to find it. And there you go. It's normally the first treasure chest you find. So now we've got a map of the Waterfall Cave.